This edition of Up Close with Colin Thompson is brought to you by
And welcome back. Brian, so when were you actually diagnosed with cancer?
It was December 2019, just the 23rd. I just felt a little dizzy. I asked that one to take me to hospital. Did a couple tests, and next thing was the ICU, then one air ambulance, and then a brain surgery, and then stage 4 cancer. And I was like, what? Like, all this happened in a week. So when they diagnosed me, they was like, look, I ain't gonna heal up. What we'll do is we'll try something. We'll try this chemo stuff and see how that goes. But go ahead, settle your affairs. Make sure everybody's cool. Tell your family, and just live out the remaining time, and just try to be cool with it. And I was like, wow, so much for me left to do, bro. But it got me down. Of course, it got me down. But I never believed them, I was like, I'm not saying I could beat it, but I beat the 6 months. So I do everything now in increments, So I set a goal for, I actually set a goal to play in the qualifier this week. That was one of my goals. So I got there because the qualifier is today. My next goal is to go back to the U.S. Senior Open qualifier in May. Enjoying my Christmas, so I do them in 3 months increments, man. But Colin, at the end of the day, man, it's not all doom and gloom, because the number of people that have called me and inspired me, I've inspired, and said, bruh, your attitude is so crisp, man. I wake up and I think the world's coming to an end. Then I see you doing something, playing golf or driving your car or at a function. And I'm like, man, I just think of Brian and what he's going through. And, life's not that bad. But I tell you what, a wake-up call is every time I go to that Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, I'm walking up the steps. I'm walking to my doctor's appointment. Man, the number of people that I see in wheelchairs, hobbling, and it's always somebody out there worse off than you. You got me? So, they inspire me, because I'm like, that's still hanging on, that's still fighting, and I'm inspiring others. Now, if that's the reason I got this, then so be it. Maybe maybe my job is to carry this and show people that, man, it's not all doom and gloom. It's still life to live. I'm getting up off the couch because I see Brian, he's doing it. Dwayne Gibson told me the other day, Dwayne didn't play golf in probably 6 years, and I played with him in a PGA event, Bermuda PGA event, and I said, brah, it's so wicked to see you back playing golf, because it's good, he could play, and he was like, bro, you know why I'm out here? I'm out here because of you. It's not because of me. He was like, man, if you could do this here, why am I sitting in their golf shop wasting my talent and not enjoying golf when you're out there, and it's a struggle for you to play, and it's not a struggle for me, So I inspired him, which is to me that's wicked, bro. That's cool. That's I helped you out, and I'm sure it's others. So
where's this source? What is your source of inspiration? Where you get that energy to and courage to take this thing on, grab the bull by the horn, and just move on.
I think it's just my zest for life, man, and being surrounded by positive people. If you don't do that, man, you're gonna struggle, bro. You don't need to argue, and like I said, you just have positive people, and like I said, it's just the will to live. I'm not ready to check out yet. You feel me? It's still a lot of stuff I have to do. My family, my wife's always telling me, bro, you've been on that couch for 6 hours. Like, let's go for a walk. I'm like, really, man? I'm sick, bro. It's just like, look, man, I ain't hearing that. Let's go, get out, get cracking. And like I said, it's positive people, man. Yes, everybody around me is positive. Nobody don't pity me. No, they invite me to the same functions. No, I don't act up like I used to at those functions. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh gosh, Brian's here. It's more like, oh, see it, Brian's here. You know? So yeah, it's the will to live comes in real short. The will to live, surround yourself with positive people, man. It'll get you through not just this stuff, but your down times, because we all have them. I had them before. You know, and I lost my parents and stuff. Yep. But once again, positive people, and that runs from family is always going to be positive. It's your friends. You know, I always looked up to guys like Darren, Beaver, John, Jason, Bruce Parent Chief, all my Nationals boys, all my Wolves boys, Dewey Trot, Storks, Blake and Blaine, like, you know, the Hill Wolf Pack. There's people always there, like still up to today. They push me down. And they still push me on, you know? And it's good to have those people in your life. So never ever take anybody for granted, but everybody's in your life for a reason, you got me? Yeah, you don't know why half the time. And some of them are a nuisance at the time. But you find out why they're there, you know?
That is so true. And certainly you're an inspiration to me,
sure,
you know, understanding what you're going through. And then I look at you and you know, just this force of energy, you know, and I just say to myself, wow, like this guy is truly amazing.
Sure, thank you, bro.
You know, and just to throw back to the golf, you mentioned about 3 hurling-ones in the past few weeks, in the past week.
Yeah, and a week.
It sounds like you're peaking.
But that was 20 years ago. But I did get one about 6 months ago. But I tell you what, I'm hitting the ball like so crisp right now. Like I'm actually excited, you know. Like I'm probably hitting it the best that I've ever hit it, regardless of the circumstances, the situation. I don't put in a lot of time in the ranch. I never have, bro. I tried it when I came back from my last trip from the hospital. Tell my wife, Tuesday, I'm going on that ranch. I'm gonna practice every day, do something. Brian got a bucket of balls, put my bag on the car, head down the ranch, 5 balls. I was like, I'm had enough of this. I'm not the range guy, man. I went, got my stuff, put the balls back, I went, teed it up and play it, because I don't have the mental capacity to sit there and hit balls by myself for an hour. I like talking. You see that? So I want to talk to people. I want to play golf. I want to say, nice shot, la-di-da-di-da. So I've been playing as much as I can. I do 9 holes here, 9 holes tomorrow, 18 the next day. I've got my crew every Thursday, you know. And that's been going on for 20 years. I used to play with Hopper and those guys up at Belmont. Now we go on a little tour per se, like me, Cuddy, Delwan, and my boy Crawford, you know. We play every Thursday. That's guaranteed. There's no doctor's appointments, no nothing. You schedule me for something on a Thursday, y'all got to change it because Brian's not making it. You got me?
No, I hear for the Butterfield Bermuda Championship, there's a toss-up between OJ and Jamaica.
Jamaica knock it.
For Kenny.
Jamaica's too loud, man. Jamaica's too rude, man. So yeah, I'm gonna take OJ. Here's a good mix for me, man. Good, we guys mix well, but unfortunately Jamaica won't be there. She might be coming out after the tournament to congratulate me. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's another example of how positive you are, man. When I see those skits, I'm like, man, you know, give this guy a Emmy or Oscar.
That was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
How did you conjure that up? Where did she come from?
Probably was in quarantine, you know. And I said, I'm gonna clean out my closet or something, and I came past this mat this big, and I put it on, and I sent a voice note, like a video note to my brother-in-law, Louie. I'd fast forward, right? Just for a joke, man, and you know what WhatsApp like. So he sent it, and it went foolish, and next thing I know, we was doing it all the while. Yeah. So, but it was just something to do during the quarantine. Try it again, like trying to make, because we was locked down, damn. And people were laughing and hit me up and say, look, where's Jamaica? She's coming back out tomorrow. I was like, yeah, no, I gotta do this. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. We guys had a lot of laughs with it.
It's awesome, man. That's brilliant, man. And it brought a lot of joy to a lot of people's
that
lives.
Was the purpose of it, you know?
Yeah, so you definitely nailed that one.
Sure.
Yeah, but you know, we going forward. But actually, yeah, you're up at Ocean View now. You're the head professional up there.
Yeah.
You know, what does that role, you know, entail?
Bruh, you know what? So I'm in charge of all the staff up there outside of the grounds crew. The membership tournaments that we have. We guys are, you know, the last 5 years, seriously, with the acquisition of OJ, Del One, Mark Crawford was up there. We got George up there, George O'Brien now. We got half St. Davis team. So when they play flats, I'll make sure they're all working. So I've got half the St. Davis team up there. But those guys are so young and energetic, and like they're ready, like they love golf too. They got a passion for golf. So it's easy to guide them, and they want to learn, you know. So they're always saying, boss, how about this? Boss, how about that? And not just about golf swing or playing golf. It's about membership tournaments that we have, different formats we could play. So, bro, we really stepped up our game in the last, you know, the last 5 years. But we got a lot busier. The range is hopping. Those guys are doing a lot of lessons. You know, they're confident in the way they teach. So generally, my role is day-to-day staffing and long-term acquiring, you know, membership and stuff. And we got a new board now. That's, you know, awesome young cats, Jason Wade, Xavier, James, you know, some Chris guys, and we're led by Stevie Lambert, you know, who's took on the role as a general manager, and his cool to talk to as well, like his open towards like whatever, if it makes sense and it's not reckless. I say, hey Stevie, he said, you think you could do it? I said, yeah. Well, you go ahead, go try, man. I got your back. Go ahead. If it don't work, it don't work. But you see a lot of excitement, and I tell you what, over the last 5 years, I've seen the number of young golfers getting into the game and playing because of the environment up there. They see the OJs and the Del Ones and the Georges and whatnot. They see these guys playing golf, and once you play it, it's over, bro. Like you're hooked. Golf is there. It becomes a part of your life, and a crazy part too. You know, like OCD, like crazy. And so yeah, we guys are hopping full of ideas, always trying to get people up there, like and just grow the game. That's the job as a golf professional, is to grow the game and to get people into it. And we've seen that increase, like boom, since this whole COVID craziness. We're seeing our numbers on the golf course rise because you're outside, you're by yourself. You don't have to worry about 6 foot. When you play golf, there ain't no way me and you's gonna be within 6 feet of each other, bro. Because you're gonna hit it way over there in the bushes, I'm gonna hit it down the middle. We ain't gonna be close. Awesome. You know, so it's an awesome sport during this here time. And like I said, once you start, it's over. You know.
I did notice during the last shelter in place and the lockdown, when a lot of other sports were shut down, we did see this influx of athletes, you know, making the transition to golf, and it's continuing. You know, Del One just the other day said Kung Fu is up there now. He's got Kung Fu
done. Yeah, I tell you what, Kung Fu, Tit. I played in the. We have our cup match tournament, so Anias plays regular. You know, him and his boys, when it's not just working. Tam Frey, Jordan De Silva, all those guys, man. It's a lot of golfers out there playing cricket and a lot of cricketers that when they're winding down and cricket's done, first thing they do is golf club, I'm going to play golf, man.
Why is that, you think? Is it just a natural transition?
You know what?
Transition?
If it's got 100%, because if you could play cricket at a decent level, you're going to start. You're going to be
eye-hand coordination.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to start golf at a decent entry level. Like, because if you come from no sport and you want to pick up golf, it's so technical and so hard to pick up and learn. But you know, first thing you teach in golf is like rotating the club face to square it up at impact. So you tell guys, look, it's just like the ball's there, you want to hit it mid-wicket, and they get it. And it's like, oh, bang. But they're not hitting it mid-wicket, they're hitting it straight, but the feeling is like mid-wicket, you know? So it's easy for them to comprehend, you know what I mean? Like, they get it a lot sooner than the average entry level guy. And like I said, once you hit 250 in the year and you make a birdie or a par, it's over. I've seen guys come up for the first time, now I see them once, twice a week, you know? It's that addictive.
Yeah, that's probably the only time they play straight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but they don't play too straight. Trust me, Kung Fu don't play too straight.
But it's awesome, man. It's that you know, it's so many cricketers involved. And
Sure.
Speaking of cricket, I mean, obviously you were a cricketer back in the day. I mean,
Sure.
when you said you were, you know, involved with golf as a youngster, you know, were you doing both sports then, or was it cricket?
No,
came
man,
after?
and that's I never really used the word regret. You know what I mean? I made a bad decision then because everybody in my neighborhood played cricket. Everybody outside of my neighborhood played golf. So when I used to go to St. Brendan's Road after school, those guys were playing football and cricket. I used to go to the range, or I'll go play 9 holes. You got me? So I never got to hang around Beaver and Darren and John and those guys. So the only way to be around those guys, because there's my brothers, was to play cricket. And I hated it, bro, because I got hit one time and I was like, but this hurts more than getting hit by a golf ball, man. You know? But I was pretty good at it.
How you get hit?
With a cricket ball?
Yeah, how you batting? Or?
No, but came off the bat like I meant to flick it, pop, bang, in my eye, case clears. Yeah, Outbest and Stars.
Ooh.
Yeah, Left Rock.
On the concrete wicket?
Yeah, Roger Left Rock hit me the year he ran cup match as a coach on a concrete wicket too.
1983.
I'll tell you what, knocked me out cool.
What?
I was opening batting with Ronnie Medeiros, and he said, look, where's your helmet? A helmet? I need no helmet. I'm Brian. I'm fast. White lightning. No, sir. And then came off the bat. I woke up, it was Monday. Nationals were all over 59 for 9 because I couldn't go back bad. And yeah, so, but that's all right because we was playing evening league cricket and I struck Roger on his toe and broke his toe. And he told me ever since, I don't see him much, but when we pass, he'll always say, well, what even now? I said, bro, you bust my eye all open. I just broke your little toe. So that's not even. I still owe you. But yeah, so in order to hang with those guys, I pretty much gravitated towards football and cricket. But then another reason was when my old man passed, see, I was only 18 and I was disgusted with it. Like all I knew was playing golf with my dad, bro. And all of a sudden he ran there, like Sunday mornings was like nobody at the house for breakfast. Sunday afternoons, it's like nobody watching golf. I hated it, man. And I ran up by Switzerland and South Shore. I'll never forget where they built this condos, like where the hotels can be. Man, I took my golf clubs, my shoes, everything. I threw them all off the cliff there. I said, I ain't never playing golf again, man. That's it. I hate this sport. Blah, blah, blah. I went through a real, like, you know, a dark time. My mother had just died too, you know? So they died back to back. And I was lost, man. I was lost. And I said, that's it for golf, man. Like, it just never felt right. It felt like it just left my body, man. And 10 years later, Reed Young, again, same guy I used to play with when I was younger, said, Lord, let's go play golf. And I was like, nah, man, I ain't playing. Come on, man. So we went Belmont. I went down number 1. I made a 7 on the first hole, par 4. And And I was like, see, this why I don't play, man. This game is stupid. We ran out number 2. I hit it up the front. For my second shot, I was right on the free end. The pin was up the back. Boom, chipped it in. And now I'm right here. I chipped it in and I got it back. And I ended up going to school, getting a degree in golf course operations and management, coming back, getting a job. And like I said, the rest is history. That mistake that I made, bro, when I was 19, saying, because I had a scholarship, you know, at Mitchell College up in Connecticut, I think it was. And I was all set to go to school. And like I said, my mom died, which was hard enough. And I was like, man, and then my dad died. Now all of a sudden, I'm 19 years old. I never paid a bill, you know. You got me 18, I never paid a bill. And now all of a sudden, like, I'm got a 13-year-old child. That's my little brother. I'm like, well, I can't leave him. I don't have the funds to go to school anymore, you know. And like I'm stuck, you know. So I grew up real fast, man. Like in a year, where I was just carefree golfing. Life was good, life was beautiful. But then in that 1 year, like you're like, whoa. Now I've got a 13-year-old brother. I've got a handicapped sister. I don't even know where Belco is. Got to learn how I'm going to finance my stuff. Now I'm got to go get a job because I didn't know how to work. You got me? I used to work in the summer like all of us did when we was younger, but I never knew about saving money or bank accounts and none of that stuff. So it's like all that had to happen like real fast. And then you know what? You get people that say, hey, you need anything, call me, you know? And I remember a lot of times I used to call and I used to be like, hey, I'm right in the middle of something. Let me call you back. And they never call back, you know? So you find yourself isolated and like life's changed for you. But that, I don't know if I really would have had time for it then, Colin, to be honest with you. But I stopped. Like I said, I was disgusted, man. I was disgusted with life, with my whole situation. I thought it was rock bottom. This is the worst thing could possibly happen. Trash. That's it. I'm gonna go work and I'm just gonna be an average whatever for the rest of my life. But 10 years later, I chipped that ball in up number 2 and my whole life changed. My whole outlook changed. I wanted to be a golf pro again. I wanted to play again. But that 10 years, I was never mentally in a place where I could have done any better anyway. You know, there was too much pressure on me, man. You know, but I got through it. It's like everything, you know, if you stick there, man, if you stick and you suck it up and you grind it out, eventually it'll work out for you, man. The key is patience. Like nothing happens overnight, except for the situation that happened overnight, you know. But to fix it and rectify it and actually get back on track took me 10 years, man. It might take some people 2-3 years, but then again, there's a lot of people don't come back from that shock. You got me? Like that could lead to everything. Say I never liked drugs, so that's why I never touched them. But I tell you what, going through that situation, I bet you had I tried them, that might have been my scapegoat. That might have been my go-to. So I'm so thankful that I never went that path, you know. But like I said, hey, bro, I'm here today with you. We're talking about this stuff, and like I said, whoever watches it, think of where you are, and there's a lot of other places you could be. I believe that where I am right now, right this second, is exactly where I'm supposed to be. So, and I'm thankful and grateful for that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. You're truly remarkable, man. Very inspiring and very, very humble, man. And that's what I really admire. You know, you're humble.
Yeah.
Except when we're having the banter.
You know that. I don't got a little quiet arrogance about me. Like, you know what I mean? Like when we tee it up, I believe I could beat you, bro. I wouldn't tell you. But in the back of my mind, like I have a little, I'm quietly confident. Like I do have a little bit of arrogance. It's me in the golf course. And that's I love that about the competitive side, about about golf, you know.
Yeah, golf certainly a big part of your life.
Yeah.
You know, I can hear it all throughout your story.
Sure.
You know, intertwined. And,
You hear my voice cracking up a couple times. It's emotional too, man. It plays an emotional part in my life because I honestly think, without it, there's so many other different places I could be. But it's a gentleman's game, man. You don't cheat in golf. You know, everything's you call rules on yourself. You know, if your ball moved when you was hitting it, you won't see it, but I will. And you learn to do the right thing. Hey, you guys, your ball moved, a 2-stroke penalty. You got me? So that transpires from the golf course right into your life about doing the right thing. And you're not always gonna do it. Come on, we're all human. We all make mistakes. But bottom line is that you have the foundation. Like the foundation is built on the rules of golf, where you penalize yourself, you reward yourself, you get out what you put in, per se, and that transitions from the golf course right into your life. You know, so and that's why I encourage young guys, young girls, and their parents, man, to get them into golf, because it's not a team event. It's not like, hey, I trained all week, but Tonka came one night, first ball in the air, he drops it. You know what I mean? Golf is, hey, you go to the range, you practice, you go play. It's all on you. If you hit it out of bounds, it ain't got nothing to do with you. It's on me, and you learn to accept the disappointment. Nobody wants to hit a ball out of bounds, get a 2-shot penalty. But again, that transitions to life. When you make a mistake, you learn how to just drop another ball and carry on. You got me? So, like I said, it's not just the game, it's actually the game up here that transpires like throughout everything. And it transpires in the way I teach my children, like, you know, of how I treat other people. You're not loud and obnoxious and rude on the golf course. That's not just how golf works. It don't work that way. So you carry that with you, like I said, through life. It's an awesome life learning game. Great experiences.
You mentioned your children. Do any of them play golf?
But Rico does a bit, right? He ain't really caught it yet. Brian Jr., bro, he could beat the pants off of me if he played. You got me? He is just so naturally like gifted in golf, whereas Rico is the same way. Rico would love to play, but he's into everything else. He's 16 now, like he's jamming, you know. Brian's working, doing his thing. Zach, he's like cricket and football. That's the way he wants to deal with. But the best one by far would be Brian Jr. But the way he lives his life is just carefree. Like everything is cool every day, all day. He don't get vexed, nothing. But he learned that through junior golf, because I've taken him on tours when I was the national coach of the Junior Golf Association. I used to take those guys away to junior tournaments and stuff. And yeah, he would be the best, but he will in time. They'll be fine.
And also looking at the future of the sport. Obviously, we've got a few of our players overseas doing well, holding their own. Mm-hmm. Daniel's just come off another win this week.
Yeah, sure.
What's your thoughts on that?
But I think we have a lot more talent now than we had 10 years ago, per se. I don't think we're at where we were 35 years ago. I mean, if you played in one of those tournaments, even par 1, 2 over, like you're third. You got me? Where that level's not there yet. I think what happened is we lost our way somehow, somewhere, but it's starting to come back. You're starting to see these young guys and young girls getting into golf. When I was coming up, there were very, very limited what you call this? When you go to school for free. And what is it called? Mm-hmm. Where they scholarships.
Scholarships, yeah,
right. Yeah. So there weren't too many. Like you never really got them. But now, bro, you could send your little video on YouTube and your resume from your golf coach. You could get into a Division 3 or 4 school like Butter. So there's so much more opportunity, and like I said, it's some good kids. I just saw that kid Oliver Betchard. I remember him 3 years ago. He was just getting into the game. maybe 4 years ago, he was just getting into the game, shooting 90. And I saw him at Port Royal today. His playing in junior worlds. He's doing all that, and that's through him practicing. And he walks around, quietly confident, and his focus. I see Kenny LeJour. I saw him playing. I used to play with his dad.
Yeah, you
and
mentioned that.
yeah. So these guys have got opportunity, man. The opportunity is out there. It's rough. It's rough because it's 10,000 kids out there at the same level. The ones who separate, the ones who get to the top, are the ones who put in that extra time, because there's so many at the same level ability-wise. It's the ones that have the drive and the guts that will prevail. Now, if any of our youngsters, and I believe that Beshard and Kenny LeJour Jr., they're the two that come to mind off the top of my head right now. They're the ones that could prevail. They're the ones that could go to the next level, because I see the hunger in them and I see the desire in them. Every time you see on one of the posts or whatever, they're on a golf course, they're practicing, So I'm thinking the future's bright, and with the influx of kids coming into golf now, I see Ebony just got 100 kids now in Ebony Burgess Cox, right? She's got 100 kids in junior golf now. Like, yeah, she's popping weekends, from all different levels, from 5 to 13. So I see her down there doing the thing. So kids are getting into the game now, more than they used to. And so I'm positive about it. I hope that I see a Kenny or a Oliver or whatnot get there. And I've always been a big fan of Daniel and Kamiko and those guys, but you could see how tough it is, how good those guys are, and the struggle it is for them to win, because of the level is so stiff,
And also going back to your role up at Ocean View, obviously, Ocean View has a very proud legacy.
Oof.
And you're there, adding, the next chapter. How does that strike you? Is that something you take great pride in?
That is so cool, because I won my first junior golf tournament up at Ocean View. I'll never forget. I think I was 9. I got my first victory. Bro, they had a trophy like this big, a green and gold one. I'll never forget it. I couldn't even stand it up in the car. I had to hurl it out the window like I was having a motorcade from Ocean View to St. Brendan's Road, right? Had this trophy. And then I remember the Keith Smiths, my Uncle Butch Lindo. I used to drive up the hill to Ocean View and see guys lined up on the wall, just waiting. So as soon as you got 4, boom, they was going. There was always people up Ocean View. And I was always proud of Ocean View then as a youngster, because I never experienced the Mid-Ocean membership or the Castle Harbor membership. I always played there because John Mason, he's a legend golf professional. His son James was my best buddy. So that's how we used to get to play up there. But Ocean View was my course. I never got lessons, My dad told me how to grip it, how to swing it, and how to get it in the hole. That was pretty much it. But I never took lessons. But going back to Ocean View, I walk around the club now and I see guys like Keith Smith, Conrad, all boys, the box head remains. I see those guys respecting me. Like these guys I used to look up, like Keith was like the epitome of golf pro, like Frankie Raban, Early Jones. Those were all guys, Kim Swan, Perman, Cornell. Those guys I always looked up to. But now I'm up there, like, and we're looking eye to eye. And they respect the job that I'm doing. They respect my hunger and my passion for Ocean View, because I could honestly tell you a few years ago, we was in the doldrums, bro. We was not looking that sharp as a facility, as a whole, And but we'll fix that. The golf course is better, the maintenance crew. like they do an awesome job with what they have. The superintendents, the board, the executive, like everybody's on board now. Everybody seems like we have the same goal, which is exciting, bro. You know, because we used to have little clump here, little clump there, little clump there, but now the board and the executive and the manager and the pros and the assistants, we're all like, okay, we're going that way. So it's exciting days ahead. I could tell you that much.
Interesting, and obviously it's it's in your neighborhood. You're right at it,
right there, mate.
Not too far away.
Right there, yeah.
Well, Brian, fortunately, that's all the time we have.
Yeah, that's cool, bro.
Man, it's been a blast, man.
Hey,
it's been an honor.
Yeah, this is Ivory, man. I really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it as well. But before we go, anyone you want to shout out? Give a shout out to?
Yeah, you know what? I have to shout out to Red Laser and All Rise. Clem Lamar from Kerber Puma Golf for getting me through this, man, for my clubs and all that. I have to definitely thank my wife 100% for it's all the time about golf, you know, and especially now. Anybody, man, anybody and everybody, whatever you've done, even if you think it's little, man, you probably touched me, and you know, I appreciate it. I appreciate this opportunity, and I hope that through me and you, that we go touch somebody else, bro. So thank you so much. I'm blessed. I'm hanging around. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna ride this till the wheels come off, bro. So, hey, let's pull up your sleeves and let's go to battle, you know?
We wish you all the best.
Cool. Yeah, man, I'm sure you do.
That was on and off the golf course.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
100%.
And thanks again for taking time out of
Thank
your
you,
busy
bro.
schedule.
Yeah, whatever.
You gotta get on that range now.
Yeah, that's not getting that.
PJs will be the one.
I'm getting here to pick out another outfit for Saturday and Sunday, bro.
Hopefully Adidas.
Yeah, no, Puma.
Well, before we go, I just want to give a special thanks to all those behind the scenes who made the show possible. Our co-producers, Crimson Multimedia, all of our various sponsors. And last but not least, you, the viewing public. I look forward to seeing you again real soon, right here on Up Close with yours truly, Colin Thompson.